Hello, everyone. How are you? I hope you're all doing well tonight. Hi, Christina. Hi, Michelle. We're going to learn how to talk to deceased loved ones tonight. Hi, Kiss JG. How's everybody doing tonight? Tomorrow's Friday. Can you hardly wait? You're fine. Good. Hi, Michelle. How's everybody doing? We're going to have fun tonight. Well, it's a little bit solemn because we're talking to deceased loved ones, but actually it's pretty healing. Hi, Nikki Larson. Hi, Jessica. Welcome, everyone. If you guys want to share this out to anybody who would want to have messages from their deceased loved ones, feel free to share the video. I am not really able to do that from here for some reason. I haven't, maybe I can, but I haven't figured it out yet. So, if you guys have a deceased loved one, I need the first name. So I pinned a comment. Well, I didn't pin it because I don't know how to pin it. I'm going to try. I'd like to try to figure out how to pin comments. I'm going to have to do that soon. But if you want to talk to a deceased loved one, your mom died 3 weeks ago? Oh my gosh. So sorry about that. Hi, Grow Flowers for the Bees, please. That's a long name to say, but I like it. And we do grow flowers for the bees. So yes, I'll need the first name, and then I'm also going to kind of show you what I do for the process in case any of you guys would, think about, how you want to, maybe it's something that you would want to learn how to do. So let's get started here. Is Michelle Shive? I'm not sure if that's the name of someone that you're wanting to talk to. If their name is Mickey. So I'm assuming because you posted the name that is who you're wanting a message from. Yes, okay. Yeah, they are vital to our world. Without bees, we have no world. So that's a great name to have to remind everybody. All right, so let's get started here, and I'm going to show you some of the decks I use. Now, you can see the beautiful angel in this card. This is the Steampunk deck, okay? So in the Steampunk deck is when I first learned, that's what the back looks like. This is the deck that I first learned how to read or how to talk to the deceased because I don't have like the natural gift, okay? So the only way, excuse me, oh, I forgot my water. And I am going to have it. So at some point here, I can't believe I forgot my water. I'm going to have to run up because when I talk a lot, I get a dry throat down here. And so I'll have to run up. I'll have to leave you guys to your own to talk to the dead people. And then I'll go get my water. But the Steampunk is one of them. Why? Because I'm not a gifted medium. They don't speak to me in my mind or telepathically. So I have to rely on what is portrayed in the tarot card. So when I got the Steampunk deck, I couldn't do regular readings with it. And I thought, my God, is this another deck that's going to go in the pile in the drawer of never being able to read from it? Because it doesn't follow traditional tarot symbols very well. And so then all of a sudden I happened to realize that it had angels and it had, kind of the symbols in it of talking to deceased people. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it, and it worked. And then I discovered Anna Kay. Now, the story behind Anna Kay is she had suffered severe abuse from her parents, and she drew artwork. Now, her deck is very dark. It's very dark. It has a lot of dark things in there. So I use Anna Kay if I feel like the death was, suicide or something traumatic where they woke up dead and they didn't, they're like, what the hell happened to me? So I use Anna Kay for more kind of like traumatic type of deaths. So Anna Kay doesn't come out a whole lot. 90% of my readings are done with Steampunk. But now that I've done readings a long time, I can actually use several other decks in addition to the Steampunk or with them. I can use this, I think this is Radiant Tarot. And so, you can use other tarot decks also. And what you're looking for is symbols of what they would want to communicate. Here they'd communicate, I'm flying. I can fly in the sky. Oh, this one's like touching a star. Look at that. I mean, so comical. They can have a great sense of humor. So before I actually get started here, yes, laugh. You have to, anyone who's just joining and you want to talk to a deceased loved one, you just post their first name. That's Gilded Tarot. Thank you. Okay, Gilded Tarot. I have Radiant Tarot. I just don't know where it is. I have to run up and get my water quick. So while I'm gone, you guys entertain each other. I even got a glass. Thank you guys for being patient while I got my water. I have to show you. My water cup is even applicable for tonight. Look at that. Check that out. Isn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. All right, let's get here. Michelle wants a message from Mickey, and I'm going to explain to you while I'm giving her a message a little bit about what I do. Okay. What do ghosts eat for supper? I have no idea. That is funny though. Gilded Tarot, yeah. All right, we can pull the Gilded Tarot out. So this message is we're gonna start with Michelle Shive, and she wants to talk to Mickey. So we've got Mickey that we're reaching out to. Now, another thing I want to tell you guys is sometimes some people are really good communicators and other people are not. And if they're not, don't worry. We can call in like a guide or someone. We can call in a guide and ask for assistance in communicating. Oh, were you telling jokes? Oh my God, you guys are freaking hilarious. I got to go back and read your comments when this is done. You guys are really funny. That's why I like you guys. Anybody just joining, you can put the name of a deceased person, and I'm going to be explaining how I communicate with them. So we're going to, I don't do like, any kind of like ceremony or anything like that, or any kind of ritual like that. So all I pretty much do is just shuffle my cards like this, and I say you have to look at the little screen for this part of it. So I just shuffle them like this. I don't cut them in any certain way, and then I just intend for Mickey to come through. If you don't have a name, it makes it like every dead person on the planet tries to come through. But I have a rule that only spirits of love and light can come to me, no one else. And the wonderful thing about using tarot to communicate with the deceased is because you don't get woke up in the middle of the night. They can't talk to me in the grocery store like Teresa Caputo. Nobody bothers me. Until I pick up this deck, nobody bothers me. So that's what I like about it. Mickey, what do you have to say for Michelle? What message do you have? And then I'll pull a card out. Now we're going to go through this. And I'm going to show you kind of, and by the way, for those of you who don't know what the Steampunk is, this is a deck that took like the Victorian age and pretended like they had machines in the Victorian age. So it's kind of cool that way. So you can see that Mickey's indicating that this firing, this like rapid speed. So, this is kind of weird because like even this can mean that even if the person had a slow death, which this feels fast, like boom, Oh, I just shot the card out. That's how fast it was. This Mickey must have a great sense of humor. But they indicate that there were also things missing. See how things are missing here? And because they've shot them out of here. So something was connected and then there was a disconnect. So this person was disconnected from their body. And this person also talks about smoke. And sometimes they indicate that it can be a little confusing when they die. It can be a little confusing, for the people left behind. There can be a little bit of time. Usually smoke means there's a little bit of confusion or there's things to be worked out and things like that. Now, this person also loved nature, loved being out in nature. And I feel like they wore a specific type of clothes or hat or something that was signature to them. It's like, oh, here's Mickey dressed in, something that they wore quite a bit. So, anyway, I feel like this is a good this is a good relationship that you had with them. And I'm going to also teach you that I could take this Gilded Tarot deck and I could expand on this, right? So I'm just going to pick any card out of it. It doesn't matter what I pick. And we've got somebody in bed. We've got somebody in bed that's kind of, look at this, see, in the bed. And there was a lot of worries around this person passing. There was a lot of worries. See how they can't, all the swords there, and they can't, and yet Spirit was waiting for them. Look at this. Because see the owl, there's an owl in the window. The owl in the window, Spirit was waiting for them. But there was a lot of worries toward the end of that person's life. But they are super at peace now. They are at peace now, and they send the message that there's no longer any reason for them to worry. They're in total peace, total happiness, and happy that you reached out to them. I haven't met anybody yet that wasn't happy that someone didn't reach out to them, even the ones where the relationship was stressed where it was very stressed. So, was it a roller coaster? Okay. You were worried, J-Bum? Oh, you don't have to worry. Who's Winifred Hilda? I don't know what she'd be listening for. Oh, okay, I don't... Anyone can have a reading. You just have to post the first name of the person that you want to talk to. You can tell me if they're your dad or your sister, but only if you want to. I mean, whatever you need to do. We're moving on to a woman that's just called Jessica with 2 A's on here. If you have been patient and you're still on here, you are wanting to connect with someone named Marion. So I'm gonna use Anna K for this, and I'm gonna say, Marion, are you out there, right? And I just kind of shuffle like this, and I say, Marion, are you out there? Remember, Anna K is one of those decks that you just never know what you're gonna pull. Whoa, this woman has a sunny disposition, and if she didn't on Earth, she does now. She is having the time of her life. She's free of that body that she didn't really care for, and she's got a new body, a light body. She's got her balance back. Why would she? I don't know why she's talking about her balance. But this is how I read the cards. Do you see how she's balancing on that stick? So that tells me she's got her balance back. And I also wonder if she lived near a town with a river went through it, or into her house really attached to where she was. Now, some of them actually go back and visit their original homesteads of where they came from, no matter what country it's from. So it's like now she sees her entire life experience from a much higher perspective. And I just feel so drawn to this home place, like this place where she grew up. It's like a fond memory of where this person grew up at. And so, oh, was this your grandma? Oh, she would have memories of like this being like a homestead or somewhere where her home is. And oh my gosh, she is just a joy to talk with. And then I'm going to actually use my Robin Wood, and I'm from Dublin, Ireland. Oh, there you go. I wonder if there was water nearby, and look at the hills. Oh, she was wise. So this is another thing that you guys, because this is kind of a teaching night too, so you guys can learn this if you want. I mean, it's up to you. But when you see the Hermit card, it means that people went to her for advice. Like she's like, I was the wise one, and she lived a good life. And here's that terrain again. Do you see the kind of the terrain here? And she's in the high terrain here. She loved the view from where she lived. She loved the view. And she would shine the light on for the younger people. Like she would offer her insights to the younger people. And, she, you know, I feel like she's with an older man too. I feel like she could be with an older man. So that is so interesting. Sometimes they're with a sibling. Sometimes it's with a spouse. Sometimes it's with an animal. You never know what's going to show up. And sometimes I'll pull like a third card and say, because they get so caught up in talking about their life, and I'll say, what do you want to say to Jessica, Marion? And she's like, oh, you know, you are intelligent, and she just thinks that you can just have anything you want. She goes, the world's your playground, and she really believes that you dress well too. Oh, that's funny. You never know what's going to come out of their mouth. They can say the funniest things. You were just taking notes from my previous videos last night. Oh, you want more teaching videos, you guys? If you do, put teaching videos in the comments. And then I'll make sure that I have more teaching videos out here for you. Whatever you guys want. Whatever you want. Right now, we're talking to deceased loved ones, and I'm showing you my process. So those of you who have cards, you can kind of play around with this. There's nothing scary. In the beginning, you just say, you know what? Only spirits of love and light. And that's what has to happen because you spoke it and you put the rule out there. So you don't have to have any fear that you're going to draw in anybody negative, you know, anything like that. So we just got done with Marion, and I always thank them when they're done. I always say, you know what? Thank you so much for coming through. I'm always really grateful that these people come through. And now we've got Kiss JG. I'm not sure if you wanted a message. So okay. Did you want a message from your mom? I will need her first name. Kiss JG. Put the name down there, and then I'll grab it. I'll grab you next. Nikki Larson, husband Charlie. Nikki, and then we'll ask Charlie to come through. We'll go back to the steampunk. And so what do? Kind of shuffle like this, remember? And then we pull a card out, right? He's offering a toast. He's offering some kind of a toast. Like, I'm toasting. So this just tells me right away that there's something Nikki's celebrating. Either you had a birthday, Nikki, you have an anniversary coming up, or this person had a birthday or an anniversary. And sometimes it can even be an anniversary of a death, okay? But he's toasting to you. So he's toasting to some celebration. And then there's a wheel here, so he just wants you to make sure you get your tires checked in winter, you know, keep up with the tire pressure. Sometimes when it gets cold, it feels like during this person's life he might have taken care of things like that for the car and things like that. So he's definitely celebrating with you, and he's, you know, he comes through with a lot of love, and he still wants to take care of you. So he does see a little bit like of some fear, like there's some fears that are coming up for you, and they're just aware of that, and he feels so distant, so far, you know, that he wants to help you. And do you have an electrical issue in the house or something, or a lamp or something that's not functioning right? You plug it in, it doesn't work right. So he's just like, something, you might want to replace a small appliance or something that's not functioning right, because this is electricity here. And, you know, he indicates that you're safe, that you're safe. So whatever this fear is, it'll just be something that you'll have to kind of work through, but you're completely safe. And then I'll pull another card here, just from another deck. I'm going to grab a variety of decks and say, what message would you have for Nikki right now? And he's just, so I don't know if you have grandchildren or children, but this would be the children or grandchildren card. And he's just fully aware of them. He knows what's going on with them, and he just sends a lot of love to them. So he's not leaving out the children or the grandchildren during this message. And then I just all of a sudden end my sessions with, thank you very much for coming through. You know, we really enjoyed having you and speaking to you. Because I just always feel like we should just send so many blessings to these people for coming through, because some of them don't believe in mediums. They don't believe in tarot cards, and they have to get over that to come through. And so for some of these people, they have to be very brave to do that. All right, who's next here? Grow flower for bees, her father, Francis Peter. Okay. I'm just going to call you Grow for short. Francis Peter. That's a formal name. And that is a the father. Okay. So let's use Steampunk again. We're going to pull a card. For those of you just joining, post the first name of anyone that you want to communicate. I'm also doing a teaching video on here tonight. So if you pay attention, you'll learn how to do this yourself. It is not difficult. So I'm just got to switch to my other camera so I make sure I'm getting this all in the full view. So your father, Francis, talks about loving history. Maybe he loved to talk about planes or things that flew. And I feel like he had like some kind of love of history. And there's a particular point in history. I wonder if he used to collect things from a certain point in history, because it feels like there's really a focus on that. And then I also feel like he says that you are very strong. And do you ever find things like pennies from heaven? But this doesn't always, he sends you gifts, little things to find, but he's not sure that you're aware, but a lot of them will leave little pennies. I don't know why pennies. I should ask them once, why do you always leave pennies? Because a lot of them will leave pennies and feathers and things like that. So he's definitely sending gifts, and this person is actually able to help you with a financial situation, or he's aware of a financial situation that's going on with you. They don't always know, how to fix it, but they want you to know that they are sending you, all the support that they can from the other side. And then I'll ask my Morgan Greer deck, does he have a message for you? And he just indicates that, it's okay that this period of your life that you're going through, that there's, some decisions and some confusion. This is like the Seven of Cups, like there's some confusion. And he said, sometimes you just have to pick something and go with it. Like make a decision. I guess that's what he's trying to say. Sometimes you just have to make a decision and you just have to go with it. Because this is a card where there's so many options and that they're very confused. But he is very aware of what's going on in your life, and he is sending you blessings and hugs. And like, I feel like he laughed, like this big laugh, like he had this very distinct laugh. He's trying to impress that upon me, and it's kind of amusing, and we will thank him for coming through. So Kiss JG, did you get your mom's name? Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do Kiss JG. If you're just joining, put down the person's name that you would like to talk to. You guys, if you haven't liked the video, click like. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you like these videos and you like the videos I put out, click subscribe. And when you click subscribe, a little bell should come up to the right. And if you click on that bell, you'll get notified when I go live and when I put videos on. So we're going to talk to Anastasia. Wow, I love that name. Lorenzo. That is a beautiful name. And this is for Kiss JG. So Anastasia, are you out there? You just passed 3 weeks ago, so we're going to use the Anna K because that's very recent. So don't worry if we can't get a hold of her. We will ask someone else to come in. But it looks like this person can communicate just fine. So feels like your life is empty without her. So she's filling up your cups. She's filling up the emptiness. This is how she's creating the visual. Do you notice there's nothing pouring the glass, nothing holding on to it? So like, even though she's invisible, she's still able to fill your cups up. She's still able to fully love you. She honors you. Like this is honoring somebody. And she's in the night sky. She's up in the night sky, enjoying the beauty of the galaxy and what's beyond the galaxy. And she also said that I feel like either you or her wear unusual colored clothes. Like the colors of clothes you pick are not what most people wear. And she shows like different clothes. Do you wear like a different style of clothes, or why is she talking about that? So that's very interesting. And then I'm going to pull another card here. Because sometimes I pull out more than one from the same deck. And this is the Angel of Death. And it's not scary, but the Angel of Death met her. Not scary, but she was met by this Angel of Death. And it was her time, and they guided her down the path. She was guided down the path. And she's, she felt like that was okay, that angel showed up and it was okay to go with them. And then I'm going to use Gilded Tarot to show that things are hard for the people down here that she left behind. I wonder if she used to be fascinated by deer. Because see the deer, and I can't stop looking at the deer. I wonder if she loved deer or had deer around. But this shows like the burdens. There's a lot. It was hard for those who were left behind. This was very hard. But she's in a very loving place right now. And so I would like to thank her also for coming through. Valentina Alfredo. That makes me want pasta. And your name is Kamali. So we're trying to communicate with someone with the name of Kamali. Kamali, are you able to come through and give Valentina a message? And I'm using Steampunk to start out with this one. Okay, so Valentina. Wow, look at this. Was that person ever a fighter or fought? And sometimes they fight for their life, like they say you lose the battle to cancer and stuff. This comes through with kind of a fighting type of energy, like ready for like a fighting type of energy. And sometimes it makes me wonder if either they're something in the military or a compound where all the buildings look the same. I always have to, when you do readings with tarot cards, it's not like they're speaking in my head. Okay. Now, sometimes I'm able to get a lot more details than mediums that don't have cards. So sometimes I feel like this is really a blessing, but other times, it's limited by the card. So it goes, half a dozen one way or the other. Not to say that this is better than mediums, just to say it's different. It's different than mediums. So I'm going to pull a second card to see. So they're indicating that you are very strong and that somebody was wounded, like they're wounded. They're talking about wounds because the lion has a wound on the paw. So this talks about being wounded and having strength and courage. And there's also like a love of animals, but they're a bright shining light down on you, a bright shining light. And when you walk in nature, you can connect with them. They'll be like with you. This person will be with you when you're walking in nature. They want to be with you. There's a sense of camaraderie there. Let's see, who else do we have? Christina Marquardt. And she wants to talk to Vera Quinn, her grandmother. Vera, are you on the other side? And can you come through and give a message to your granddaughter, Christina? I always ask in kind of a polite way. I don't demand that they come. And then sometimes the first card will indicate that they can come and sometimes that they can't. Now, this brings like a frustration feeling. And then notice the skull here. So somebody is frustrated when she passed. There is a frustration. And maybe it's because maybe her stuff was disorganized. Maybe they couldn't find like her paperwork and they were like, oh my gosh, we have to look through so much stuff. There was a little bit of confusion around that of when she passed. But oh my gosh, she is doing really well on the other side. I mean, she is incredible. I feel like she talks about having an older car, and I'm going to show you where I get that from. This feels like she rode around at some point in a really old car that she talked about. Like she talked about that experience of riding around in that older car. Like I can't stop talking about that. Did I skip somebody? So if I skip you, just let me know. Just let me know, and I will let you know. I will come back to you if I skipped you, because it's not on purpose that I skip you. So I will come back and get you. If I skipped you, I will come back and look you up. So Vera Quinn is who we're working on for Christina. She comes through. She talks about a car. If you guys want to, if you know anything, sometimes you don't know because you're like, I don't know what car she's talking about. But sometimes they go back and they're like, maybe she had to give up driving, or maybe she drove right to the end. Sometimes that's what a car means. But she indicates that you have an entrepreneur spirit. Like you could totally be self-employed on your own. You have a positive outlook on life, she said, and she is proud as a pickle of you. Proud as a pickle. Never heard of that. What makes a pickle proud? I don't know why she would talk like that. That is funny. So let me look and see who I skipped. Hi, Peg Car. All right, let me see who I skipped. Missy Kubley, was that who I skipped? Donna. Okay, so Melissa Kubley. We're going to talk to Donna. So is Donna out in the spirit world? And you guys, I'm going to type the name. If you want to learn how to read tarot cards, I have a class, a Facebook private class. It's $11 a month, and it's called Tarot and Numerology Academy. I'm typing it in right now, so when you see it pop up, you type that in the search bar, and if you ask to join that and you answer the questions, if you don't answer the questions, you just get deleted. I don't even look at your request because I can't send you the link to pay if you don't answer the questions. But if you want to learn, I teach tarot on there, and I have a ton of classes pre-recorded with all the handouts that you can download, and also live classes just about pretty much 2-3 times a day, and every Sunday I upload new class material. So I just posted it on there. If you do a search on that, if you're interested in learning things like this, I do teach on that wall. So we're going to reach out to Missy Kubley, to Donna. So Donna, what do you have to say to Melissa? I'm sorry, Melissa. Melissa, we're talking to Donna, and what message she would have. Oh, wow. This is very interesting. So this card shows that that there's a pet here. So then if I had Melissa in front of me, I'd be like, she's talking about a pet. This could be a pet that you have that she's aware of, or she was greeted on the other side, by a pet. And she also wants to know, like, I feel like she's telling me that you're traveling somewhere because there's a bag packed. Like, I feel like you're going on a trip, but she's like a guardian angel to you. I feel like, and I also feel like she twinkles stars at you. Like, she can twinkle stars at you. I feel like there is a sense of loneliness, and that she indicates that you take on all the problems of people. So are you dumped on? Do people just dump their shit on you? Because, that can be exhausting. And your mom is saying that you're just getting dumped on. You've got all these problems, and she's going to help you. But she's like, you've got to disconnect from taking on too much or taking on people's crap. I feel like someone is not behaving very well. Like, she's telling you someone's not behaving very well in your life. And sometimes they come through, if they didn't care for someone when they were alive, they still might not care for them when they pass away. It's just kind of, the way that they are. So she goes, when the timing is right, you're going to be going down a new path. But see the hourglass in the background? When the timing is right, you're going to be going, down a new path. And I feel like she had a favorite flower. Like, if I told you what's Donna's flower, you'd spit it out. I don't think it's lily, but I feel like there's a favorite flower. You might even have a memory garden of her. Sometimes they bring through flowers like that. If there is like a memory flower or a rose bush planted in their name or something to do with flowers. And I'll thank her. Can I ask another question can I also ask another question not about past ones, Madeline? What depends on what the question is. My teen is not behaving. Oh God, she's tattling on your teen. Oh no, they can sometimes do that. They can sometimes say, "Hey, you better get your act together. Or you'll have to go to your teenage son saying, "Hey, Grandma says you better straighten out, or she's gonna whoop your ass." Okay, thank you, Elise, for the kind words. And thank you, Nikki, for the kind words about the class. I love everybody that's in my private wall because we're all learning together. Okay, so let me scroll back up here because I missed Melissa. So I'm going to try. I mean, I got her now, but I want to find out, make sure I didn't miss anybody else. If you're just joining, we're talking to deceased people, and I'm teaching you how I do this with the cards. Oh, I see your name now, Melissa Kubley. I see Donna there. I see where I missed that. Okay, so let's go down to Brett. Danielle, are you still on, Danielle? I hope you're on, because you're going to get a message from Brett. So, Brett, what do you have? And I'm going to use Anna Kay. I'm going to skip around and use a lot of decks because I want you guys to see how the different decks, communicate differently based on what the artwork is. Brett, can you come and give a message? So, look at this. This was Brett, okay? So Brett comes through with something upsetting. Why are you coming through with something upsetting? There was something upsetting around the circumstances of his death. And can you guys can jump in here. You can say, well, Melanie, it's because there was something not known, or, because they're like they're suffering, and this person, like, did Brett pass like in an unexpected way, caught everybody off guard, and it was something dark because the people are hugging each other, and this person is not, looking kind of worried. And then I see a family tree. Sometimes trees in the background can be like ancestry, like something to do with the family. Because that's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. Sometimes when you're talking to the deceased, the tree can be the family tree, but something was left behind. See on the ground, and then Brett died and left behind. Did he leave behind family? Did he leave behind something was left behind? And I feel a lot of intenseness when I speak to this person. There's an urgentness. There's an urgent thing. Look at this. What's going on with Brett? You're going to have to give me feedback on this. Sneaking out a wall? What is going on with this person? This is very, very interesting. Sneaking out of a building. And in both cases, there's a bag. There's a bag. This almost reminds me of solving my murder mystery cases. That's kind of what you have to do in these situations, is you have to look at the cards. You have to look at the cards, and there's money here. Somebody could be fighting over money or possessions, or there's something that they wanted someone to have and they don't have it. It's like, they got like, where is this? Of Brett had it. Where is it? Like hidden. So who's Brett? So Danielle, let me go back down here and see if you're giving me feedback on Brett. She was a teenager? Oh, she's your sister, and her name is Brett? Wait a minute. Am I getting this right? Oh, the sisters fought over her stuff? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh, thank you, Art and Tarot by D, for giving me a list. I should make you an admin, except I don't know how to do that anymore. But, so yeah, that is very sad. And the sisters fought over her things. Because I just feel all this tenseness here, And so this person, very concerned, very concerned. And so let's see if I can give them some guidance. So let's say to Brett, everything's going to be fine. It's all going to work out. There's a lot of judgment. Oh my gosh. This person wants to know somebody's getting judged. Somebody's getting judged. This person's coming through with a lot. And here's family and money situation and family. But in the end, this person loves, loves that you wanted them to come through, and comes through. And the dog in this sense is like they're very loyal to you. There's a loyalty to you. So, oh my gosh. Well, that was I'm very sorry for all the chaos around that person. So let me go up to here to Art and Tarot by D. And then we have Laugh for Velma. Okay. Laugh wants to talk to Velma. So Velma. So hopefully, Laugh, you're still on. I hope that you're still on. So Laugh, we're going to ask for Velma to come through. And there we go. Three of Swords. What a sad loss that was. I mean, this is sadness. This is grief, sadness, loss, heartbreak. I mean, literal heartbreak. They're with an angel. They're with an angel, and they're sending you down the lovers. They're sending you down blessings and love, and they're with the angels, and they're with somebody else that is very much a familiar to them. So this person is with somebody else, met them when they were over there, and they're very familiar with them. Now, yeah, they're very familiar. Now, do your lights ever blink? Because they know how to blink a light for you, and sometimes they can figure that out, and they don't want to scare you with it, but sometimes they can blink a light. So Laugh, it makes me wonder if this person, if you ever have a light blink ever, to make somebody a mod, hover over their name and click the three dots. Do you want to be a mod? Do I have to ask your permission? Wait, I'm hovering over you. Oh, here's the three dots. Oh yeah, add moderator. Is that just for this session? So now you're a moderator. I don't know what that means, but Art and Tarot by D, I just made you a moderator, so thank you. If you want to be one. If you don't, I don't know how to get you off, but maybe when this ends, you'll be off. Okay. So, yeah, Rebecca Howie, that's a great thing. You can lay in bed and ask for signs. All of you can do that. All of you can do that. They can send pennies and flowers and hugs, and this is just interpreting random cards. And Albert, I'll just hide you. But Albert, let's just send Albert love, because Albert doesn't understand the magic of getting messages and validation of things. Albert doesn't understand that, and so they're just that person is just coming through. How do you put them in a timeout? That's funny. I'm not going to report them because I just feel like that person's just, struggling for whatever reason. So I don't hate trolls. I just send them love because they're just in pain. They're just in pain. So anyway, it's okay. People, when you get messages and you get validation, there's a healing in that. It's like that they made it to the other side. And Velma is Velma, it has this beautiful, beautiful energy. Really, during this person's life, I feel like Velma actually was, I don't know, I want to call her almost like scientific minded. Like she could figure things out that nobody else could. She was very interested in life. I believe that this woman really fully lived when she lived. And I think a lot of people enjoyed her. I feel like she was a spark in people's lives. So we'll ask another deck here, and we'll just say, what message does Velma send to Laugh? What message does Velma send to Laugh? And this is the Knight of Pentacles. Like, stay focused on what you're learning, or jobs, work, financial stability. This is a good message to receive from someone on the other side, because this is, here's the sun in the background. They know that you are focused on something in your life, focused on a new job or bringing in money or something. You're very focused, and they're very proud of you. That's also the card of being very, very, very proud of you. Okay, who was after laugh? Let me get back up here. She was a gentle soul. Oh, are your sisters greedy? Oh, sometimes you guys, you don't even know your family till someone major dies, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God. Um, Arcely for Renee. Okay, so Renee wants to talk, or no, Arcely wants to talk to Renee. Aracely wants to talk to someone named Renee. Your grandma's gonna whoop his ass. Yeah, Melissa, that can happen when they're on the other side and somebody they love is being naughty. Oh, that is funny. Okay, just a second here. I'm just scrolling up to see what I need to, if I, so I haven't missed anybody yet, I don't think. Okay. Okay. So, Arcely, are you still there? Are you still there, Arcely? So we're gonna talk to Renee, the person that you want to. If I get the names mixed up, let me know. Okay. So we're asking for Renee. Can you come through, or is it Reen? I don't know how they pronounced it, Reen or Renee. Can you come through? See, here's another. This sometimes the people go to the other side and they're a little crabby when they get there. That can be normal. They don't all get crabby, but this person went over crabby. Like they still had stuff that they wanted to finish. And I don't know how well you know Renee or Reen, but was this person a reader or a studier? Somebody who studied. And this is also the moon. Like it's almost like they are so far off the planet. Now that's the other thing I want to talk to you guys. Some of the spirits, they go through the light, they come back, and they stay very connected to the earth until like the last ancestor that they knew passes. But some of them just go off to other planets and other galaxies, and this person went way up, way up and out to see what was all out there. And of course that's home, right? And so this can also be this also, I can read this as another layer of the reading. Let's call it another layer. The moon with the Four of Cups means that you might need a break. This person might be telling you that you actually, Arcely, you might need to take a break because it could be like something's overwhelming you. We're getting a lot of the same cards and I'm completely shuffling. But here's this person reading, really sending that they're still up here in energy and they're in energy form, but really close to you and really admires your strength and character. So we will thank that person for coming through. Next up is LCM for NNE. Who's NNE? Somebody has the name NNE? Or is that just initials? NNE? Jojo Bean, if you want to talk to a dog, I can do that. You just have to say dog. I want my dog, and then the dog's name, because I can certainly do that. I use a little bit different cards for that. Yeah, thank you, Melissa. There's not everybody that is comfortable with medium or comfortable with tarot cards, and that's fine with me. But like if you don't like that, you shouldn't be on listening to this page. You should go to some page that you enjoy because there's so much out there for there's enough YouTubers out there that there's somebody for everybody. Lynn G. Hey, did we get Lynn G in here? I don't have you on my list. I'm keeping a list of who I do. So let me just scroll down here and see who we got next. Everybody thank Art and Tarot by D because she's been a big help for me tonight. I didn't even realize what moderators can do, but it's very, very helpful to have you. So I'm really appreciative of you. Okay, so this is LCM. I don't understand this. It's for NNE. I don't understand that either, but we'll pull a card. Does NNE have a message for LCM? It's like talking to initials. Wow, stay strong. Your message is to stay strong and set boundaries. Wow, definitely this is somebody that you don't want to mess with. This is a tough, badass person, you know. I mean, they're tough. You wouldn't want to mess with them. And that could be their message to you also, is, you know, to stay and set your boundaries and stand your ground. All these cards have to do with that. So this person's not really wanting to talk about themselves. They're wanting to have a message come through very loud and clear that don't budge on something. Don't budge. Set your boundary. All these cards, they all have somebody strong standing up for yourself and setting a boundary. That I can't stop repeating that message. That is a really powerful message that they want you to have. And thank you for posting on here. All right. I got to drink my water and see who's next. Rebecca for Justin. Rebecca wants to talk to Justin. Justin, are you out there? I'm going to use Anna Kay to break it up a little bit. Pronounced nah. Oh, I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. Thank you, nah. Thank you for helping me with the enunciations of these, because I don't like to mutilate names, but I didn't understand that. Okay, Rebecca for Justin. Justin, are you out there? Rebecca wants to talk to you. Yes, Justin's out there. Justin thinks that he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. He had life kind of figured out. Look at him. Look at this. He's what a character. He's a character. Justin just says, you know, that he's really proud of who he was, or he's proud of who he is now, and he like learned something. He like learned a lesson, or learned what he should have learned. And I also feel like that because the Hermit came in, that even if it felt like it wasn't his time to go, that when he got over there, he felt like it was his time to go. Like he had a different feeling over there. But he sends, do you like it to be out at night? Because all these are at night except for that one. But these two feel like that you go out at night, that you're in like a night owl, or a night, something happens at night. Maybe you have dreams too. Maybe he comes to you in the dream, because the cup with the water can be dreams. Like you could ask this person to come in your dreams or to come visit you or whatever, and they totally would be all over that. They would totally be on that for you. So the message is to never give up hope. This is what I'm just getting. Like, don't give up hope. So I don't know. They're saying like, don't grieve for me, or move on, something like that. I mean, I can't. Like, they're making a motion with their hand, so I don't know what that means. So I'm not sure what that means, but it's done with a gesture of love. Like, it's like you don't have to grieve forever for this person. Like, they're in a really good space right now. I love that they're standing there like their muscles, like a bodybuilder type person. And then for Art and Tarot by D, she wants to talk to someone named Sam. Art and Tarot by D wants to talk to someone named Sam. All right. Sam, are you out there? D would like a message. Sam. Back to Anna Kay. Wow. This person's incredible. They came through with the Ace of Wands. So I feel that there could have been whenever they have candles, it's like a memory, celebration of life. It's like a really powerful ceremony held for them, and they were there and they conquered. So they didn't lose when they died. They didn't lose. They conquered eternal life. They want this Sam wants the memory to be, I conquered eternal life, not lost anything. Like people that lose battles. No, this person kicked ass and conquered eternal life. This person is very interesting to talk to. The death was very painful for people, very painful for people to experience. That's what this comes through. Now, because there's yellow in the card, I don't feel like I think they stepped out of their body way before the pain, or if anybody wondered if they were in pain, this just usually means the people behind were in pain, but they, weren't, that they were out of their body or whatever, or had one foot in the spirit world. Wow, this was a big loss. This was a huge loss because we've got 10 of swords with 3 of swords. Huge loss. This person just wants to know that you were, gosh, and there's a flag back here. Why is there well, now it's gone. I saw a flag and it disappeared. So what would a flag be? That's weird. I wonder if that means a certain, if they were, what do you call it, proud of their heritage or proud of something with the heritage. I saw a flag and it disappeared. That is very weird. But so this person, there was a huge sense of loss when this person left the planet, and there's something of theirs. Do you see this little case here? There's something of theirs that they want you to have, or that you have, that's very near and dear to their heart. That's very special. And it just would mean a lot, or it means a lot to them, that if you have it, or if you have something of theirs, it means a lot to them. And they have conquered the spiritual realm. This is literally the master, king of the, and this goes right along with I conquered eternal life, because this is the king of wands. This is the ace of wands. This is like life over there is really beautiful and awesome. So this person is sending you love and hugs, and apologies for some reason, like maybe apologizing for leaving or something. Feels like there's an apology involved. J Burn for Hilda. J Burn, and I'm going to thank Sam for coming through. J Burn for Hilda. Does anybody know how long I've been on? I usually try to limit this to an hour, and I don't have a clock down here. Facebook will tell me how long I've been on, but YouTube doesn't have a time here. So let's see here. Jayburn wants to talk to Hilda. Let's use Anna K for Hilda, and then I'm going to grab a different deck for her too, so you guys can get used to seeing what you can do with different decks. All right. Thank you, Danielle. So we're going to ask for Hilda to come through. Hilda, can you come through for Jayburn? Whoa, this woman, look at her. Hilda. Wow. She I don't know why she talks about being plumpy. Chunky, plumpy. Why is she talking about that? Saving your money. She's telling you save your money. She's got all this money in baskets. Like money doesn't grow on trees. You have to save your money. That's kind of funny. Why does she talk like that? Hilda, why are you... That is funny. You are hilarious. You are cracking me up. And, okay, so there's a king there. Who is this person? She talks about a king. So, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know if the king is over there, still on this side, or that she's with the king over there. Because with the tarot, I don't ever, predict death with it. So, sometimes I don't know, if what they have... but I'll pull one more card because she's very interested in the King of Swords. Very interested. Oh, look at this family. She's at all the family gatherings. Maybe her husband with her knows. Oh, okay. So Jayburn's just listening. Oh, you didn't want to know anybody, to talk to anybody? Okay. That's hilarious. But anyway, a lot of times your loved ones... like with the cards, it can be limited because I'm limited to what the symbols in the card are. Denise Kahn, did I see your post? No. I'll go up and look to see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I don't see you on the list. Can someone tell me how long I've been on? Because I don't like to do this more than an hour, because then like my energy starts to go down, and plus I feel like I'm taking up your time also. Um, so I want to thank all of you for joining, but let me see who we got after. Um, Forgot where I was. So who am I on now? Lynn for Billy. Did I do Lynn for Billy yet? No, I don't have you on the list. Okay, Lynn, we're going to call in Lynn G. If you're still there, Lynn G, are you still there, Lynn G? And you still want to talk to Billy? Oh, I've been on 60 minutes already? Yeah, I could kind of tell my energy went bloop. Lynn G, all right. So, Billy, are you there? So, Billy, are you there? Oh my gosh, look at Billy. Comes through as the Knight of Pentacles. This person has a character. The Knight of Pentacles is somebody, oh, very giving. This person, Billy, very giving. Look at the gifts. And this also means that they're sending you signs. Like Billy is sending you signs. He's very strong on the other side. Was he a hunter or like to be out in nature? Because I see him walking, like hiking, walking. I mean, he's having a great time over there. And then I also want to say there's some kind of music. There's some kind of music that he listened to. I feel like I'm hearing music. And, oh my gosh, who was this Billy? Because he's very close, like very close relationship. Yeah, we have to close the list, and I have to even close it early because I don't like to go much over an hour. It really takes a toll on you for me anyway, when I'm so focused on this, and there's all of these deceased people with their energy in the room. Like I could probably light a candle without any match. There's so much energy in here. But Billy is very close, very much with the angels, very close, sends a lot of love. And he said that you could never hurt him. Like he's steel. Oh, for sure. Oh my God, for sure. Yeah, very strong. Very strong. And I also feel like there's a jacket. There's a jacket. Do you want to do Shamika for Quan and then close the list? Yeah, let's do that. I'll write Shamika down. That'll be the last one. Shamika, Shameka, wants to talk to Quan. Okay, or Juan. If I'm mutilating names, you really have to, like forgive me, because that's one of the things that I'm, not very good at is pronouncing names. So yes, he was very strong. Somebody's got a jacket, or somebody talks about a jacket. And I also feel like tinkering with machines, tinkered with things. Like he could put things together, take things apart. I feel like this person was very, very handy. And they send like a big hug. It feels like struggles. There was some struggles in this life from Billy. I feel like this wasn't like his best over life, if you know what I mean. I feel like there was some struggles with him. So, but he is definitely healed whatever he needed to heal on the other side. Oh, he was a music and a roofer. Yeah. I feel like he's got a way better life over there than what he had over here. That's what I'm feeling. But he just sends a lot of love. So thank you. Yeah, thanks, D, for sure. Thank you. And okay, Shamika, we're going to ask for Quan, Quan. Did I say it correctly? Thank you. Yeah, thanks, moderator, for catching that. She's a great moderator. Art and Tarot by D, I'll either mail you a free gift or I'll give you a free reading if you private message me. My email, if anybody wants a private reading, I'm going to put my email on there. It's tfrog11@yahoo.com. And so the moderator, you will get a free reading. Or if you want me to mail you a gift, I can mail you a gift. Because I really don't like to have you do something for free. I always like to give things back. So Shamika, we're going to just talk to Quan right now. So let's just spend a moment. Wow, this person, comes through with a wheel. Now, the wheel of fortune can be several things. It can be talking about the timing of their death, or it can actually be a wheel, like literally something to do with a car, like the wheel of a car. Okay, so we won't really know until we get further into the message from this. Wow, everybody's getting this. I am completely shuffling these cards, and that the Four of Pentacles, which they're sending signs. Is that like the theme of the night? They're sending signs. So Quan is sending signs to you. Look at this. I mean, this person really wanted to come through to you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I just keep wanting to say that. I love you. 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 It's like over and over and over again. Like I can't stop repeating that. They're so happy. They're so happy that they were able to channel down into the spirit to communicate with you. And there's another car. There's another car. What was going on with this person in the car? Is there some issue with their car right now? Or somebody getting their car? Or what happened with their car? Because now I have to pay attention, because this is a car. This can be a car. Somebody's traveling, or there's travel involved. Oh, the black leather jacket? Oh, interesting. Did you follow me here from Facebook? Yes, that's right. You're on my page. Thank you. So, all right. Anyway, Quan wants to talk about the car, but the biggest message is love, 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 because that is the Ace of Cups, and that is the biggest love card ever. That's how we found out about his death. The killer stole his car. Get the fuck out of here. Oops. Now I'm going to get banned. I don't think you're supposed to swear on YouTube anymore, and I just said F. I wish I could delete my speech on that. That's how we found out about his death. The killer stole his car. Oh, yeah, because he would not let me stop talking about the car. Oh my gosh. And he was really excited to get through this. Okay, now he's like, we got the message, and this is the Six of Swords. So he can be, yes, Melanie's tarot page is my free page. You know what? He's flying high now. He's whatever happened to him that was traumatic down here he is totally free of all pain and everything over there. That was traumatic. So that's very interesting that he kept talking about the car. Like I had to keep talking about that car, and he wouldn't let me shut up about the car. And so that makes, how horrible that he was killed and then they stole his car. That makes me mad. That pisses me off when their lives are taken like that. I get really angry about that. So, yeah, if you guys want to see when I'm live again, click like and subscribe. If you want me to do more teaching videos, just put in there teaching, that you want me to have more teaching. But I'm going to let you guys go and thank. I'd like to do a shout out to Art and Tarot by D for being the moderator. You were the best moderator in the entire world. Thank you so much. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Everybody have a great evening.